Hey there, it's Marquis here. You know, just wanted to share some of the things that runs across my mind. Being a new entrepreneur who've been trying to do this, haven't took much action, but it's been on my mind for years and years and years. I think my first business, it was a small engine repair business that only lasted for like a month. I had a few customers. One, I made a mistake, you know, and I felt guilty about it, but at the same time, I didn't tell the person I made a mistake. It came to me, and I said it wasn't my fault. So, and I felt guilty about it, and it made me not want to do that anymore. And then I was doing it at my parents' garage, so, and they moved to an apartment, so it was discouraging. So I just gave up on it. And then for years and years later, I just worked, did contract work with a friend, and then after that, I found had a couple of jobs. But what I noticed is I can't, like, I get bored after I've been at a job for a while, and I start to see things that the supervisors and managers do. I just don't, how can I say, agree with me, and I start to get comfortable in the job, and it becomes easy, and I get unmotivated and don't want to work anymore. And it's time for to find something different, a different experience. But really, what I in the back of my mind, I know that I want to be my own boss and work for myself, and you know, but it's always been difficult for me to do that. But I decided last year, I think it was in October last year actually. October, it's around maybe end of September, October. I made a decision to start my own online business, and I did whatever it took to pay for the training. Training cost me about $5,000, and I did whatever it took to take that training. And then it was going good. I had leads, email list, all that. People subscribing to me, listening to me. But I say at about a good, and I was working my warehouse job at the same time when I started, and then I quit to do Uber Eats and DoorDash so I can have more time working on the business. It's gonna take, so I took a lot of risk and sacrifices, and I was motivated and ready. So I was doing that for a couple of months, and then I got really, really discouraged, got depressed, I stopped working out, I stopped doing anything. I barely even worked doing door to door, DoorDash, and Uber Eats. No, just sitting around the house, feeling sorry for myself, sleeping in the bed all day long. And next thing you know, the bills start piling on me. And I had almost completely quit. You know, reality snapped back into my mind, and I started to see that I needed to, I started to see that I needed, hold on, Darius, y'all back? Everybody back? Oh, okay. Anyway, started to get real depressed, sad, you know, and I felt like I, at the time, it felt like no matter what I did, nothing worked. And it seemed like, you know, things was worthless, whatever. But like I was saying, the bills started piling up, starting getting in debt, started using credit cards to help pay the bills, and I wouldn't eat but once a day, and then, and then finally I said, you know what, enough is enough. And, so I ended up getting out the apartment I was in, moving back with my parents, and I started working more, doing more hours, and get off my behind, and I started my business back up. And I started doing more training. And they actually added some more training to it, and I haven't been on there for a while, so I was so thankful for that, and but what I noticed is during that low time, I it's like I didn't have no friends. It seemed like I had nobody there to that I could call and support on. It seemed like, I didn't have anybody who understood me. You know, all the people that I was surrounded by wasn't people that wanted to do anything in their life at the time too. So your environment plays a very important part. Well, for me, my environment, it played a very important part. It plays a very important part for my success. The people that I'm around plays a very important part. You know, especially during those low times. Or even even in the high times when I'm motivated and I finally did something that was difficult, or you know, doing more, just putting in more effort in things, and you want to talk to somebody about it, but the people around you aren't interested in those things, then it's like you don't get the motivation and encouragement that you need in order to keep doing it, and I learned being alone most of my time that the encouragement and motivation that you truly need can come from within. You just have to push through those boundaries. Looking at, the um, negative thinking as a boundary, the fear. That's what I notice I live in my life. I live in a lot. I have a lot of fear, worry about what other people think of me, and worried about if I make this decision, would it better myself, or how will people view, how will my family feel if I made a decision like this, or whatever. Like today, I decided not to go work the lunch shift today, and I was going to do the dinner shift. And, but the reason why I didn't do that is because the car situation, and just trying to figure out what do I truly want. You know, I um I don't know, but I do know what I want, but I just don't. I don't have. I guess I could say I do know what I want. I know exactly what I want, and the results I'm getting right now shows it. You know, but I want better. You know, I'm learning about mindset. Mental health is a serious thing, and I don't want nobody to take that lightly and feel like they're alone, or you gotta like, or you not smart, or you different than everybody else. No, mental health is a common thing here on earth, and I want everybody to know that. That you might not have it forever, And you might not have depression or whatever mental disorder all the time, but there are times where you do go through depression, anxiety, uh, insecurities, whatever it might be that causes your mental to be uh, unbalanced, and you need to, find out who you are truly and be real with that and accept that, you know. And I'm learning to accept that for myself that, okay, I have a lot of negative thinking and a lot of fear, and I look at all these people, taking all this information and looking at the results they got, and I think I should get that, and I don't get it, and that kind of discouraged me, and um, it's just, I'm realizing that everybody got to start somewhere, you know. If you don't get started, you're gonna be in the same spot you was yesterday and the day before, last year, and the year before that. So instead of, you know, focusing your energy on what you don't have, focus it on what you have. Focus on what you got now. Focus on what you got before, like whatever skills you can develop over time, whatever things you can use now, and focus on that and do that every day. Make it a habit of just focusing on your wins, focusing on the things that that you accomplished and that you was able to do regardless. It could be something simple as waking up every day and getting out the bed, um, hopping in the shower, brushing your teeth, cooking you something to eat instead of going out, or eating out, whatever. It could be praying, it could be watching a motivational YouTube video, working out, whatever it is, big or small. You appreciate those things. You're supposed to. Because if you keep doubting yourself and downing yourself and not looking at the things that make you you and comparing yourself to other people, it's not going to do anything good for you. It's going to keep you down, keep you depressed, and keep you low. So, sometimes you gotta be real with yourself and just snap out of it. You just gotta snap out of it. Just tell yourself, okay, this is who I am. This is what I had to deal with. And this is where I'm at now. And this is where I want to be. But I gotta start here in order to get there. You gotta start. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, back to my story. So now I moved back with my parents, and you know, after going through all the depression and looking at all the consequences I suffered for not pushing through, you know, or even just think all the regret I have, just think about what if I did kept through all these months. Oh shoot, almost a year. What if I did kept? What if I did keep on? You know, working in the business. How many leads would I have now? I probably would have had 1,000 by now. If I kept working and paying for traffic and running people to my email list, and I probably could have had a couple commissions right now. Who knows? But I never know because I decided to quit. So I might lose battles at times, and I might have some failures in life. But what I'm realizing is Never quit. Never give up. Be happy for what I have. You know, that's why I want to live my life. That's you know, that's like my motto for life is be grateful for what I have and never give up. Keep pushing. You know, keep going regardless of whatever happens. Because if you think about it, all that stuff that happened in the past and what I was worried about is gone. You know, and now I'm moved on. You know, so yeah, this um, might not be as exciting as people want it to be. It might be maybe a little confusing all over the place. But hey, this is whatever's on my mind. You know, like I said, you gotta start somewhere. Sometimes you just gotta let all that stuff out. You know, and you just keep pushing. You just keep moving. Keep trying your best to do whatever you can to do what you got to do. You know, and don't give up. So, hope this. I don't care if it encourages one person. Well, one person see this. Hope it motivates them. I don't care. You know, if everybody hate it, it don't matter. I let it out. I let it go. So.